Built my throne in the shadow when nobody looked. Wrote my name on the walls before they opened the book. They were sleeping on the corner while I studied the game. Now the ones who never saw me are the ones say my name. Started with a hunger that nobody could feel. Every closed door was a lesson, every loss was a drill. I don't need a spotlight, I need the result. What I built in the darkness is an empire, not a cult. Shadow throne, I was made in the dark. Shadow throne, from a flicker to a spark. Every king who ever rose was once invisible and cold. I've been waiting for this moment since before I was old. Second verse in the bass is the only crown I wear. I move through every room like nobody knows I'm there, until the moment that I want them all to see. Then the shadow lifts and suddenly it's only me. Patience is a weapon that the hungry understand. I've been sharpening this edge with every setback and demand. Shadow throne, built without applause. Shadow throne, I don't need your laws. They drew the map and left out where I plan to go, so I folded up the version and I made my own below. Shadow throne, rising from the ground. The quiet distribution makes the most lasting sound. Watch me take the seat they said was never mine to claim. Built it out of nothing, shadow, silence, hunger, flame, shadow throne. This is where I belong, in the dark where all the real ones have been building all along.
Every time I hit the wall, I told myself one more mile. Not because I had the energy, but because I had the style of someone who refuses to lay down inside the dirt. One more mile, that's the point I hurt. I've been running on the fumes of every reason left to try. Counting down the miles when I couldn't tell you why. Just a stubborn part of something deep that wouldn't let me stop. One more mile, all the way to the top. One more mile, legs are giving out. One more mile, past the fear and doubt. Everything I have is in this next step and the next. One more mile, passing every test. I don't know what waits at the end of all this road, but I'm the feeling of a mile when I've carried all the load, and the satisfaction that comes after is worth every step before. One more mile, that's what I run for. Second verse in the bass is the pavement under feet. The low frequency of every road I had to meet. Head on without a map or any promise of an end. One more mile, around the next bend. One more mile, I can feel it near. One more mile, something starts to clear in the distance, past the fog and past the weight of it all. One more mile, before the rise and fall of the final breath, before the finish comes to light. One more mile through the permanent and difficult night. One more mile, hear it in the low. One more mile, that's the only way to go. 4 walls and a ceiling and a silence I know well. Every echo in this room has got a story it could tell. I don't call nobody, nobody calls me back. Just the hum of the city and the weight of the black. I've been sitting with my thoughts like they're the only ones who stay. Every person that I trusted slowly drifted away. Empty room, empty chair, empty side of the bed, full of everything I felt but never once actually said. Empty room, just me and the dark. Empty room, hollow at the heart. Everything I needed was the one thing I couldn't keep. Empty room, too quiet to sleep. I traced the outline of the space where someone used to be. The negative of a presence that was everything to me. I don't reach out anymore, I just sit inside the still, learning how to carry what I never chose to feel. Second verse in the bass holds the weight tonight. I've been talking to my shadow, cause my shadow always right. It never judges what I done or what I failed to do. Empty room is where I come to find the version that is true. Empty room, this is where I live. Empty room, nothing left to give. Stripped it down to just the silence in the floor. Empty room, I don't need anything more. I made a peace with the alone that used to terrify. Now the quiet is the only place I feel alive inside. No performance, no pretending, no one watching how I stand. Just the empty room receiving everything I am. Empty room, hear me in the low. Empty room. everything I missed.
You smiled at me with both hands behind your back. I never thought to check for what you planned to extract. Knife in the dark, you knew exactly where to aim. Learned the art of trust just so you could play the game. I gave you access to the rooms I kept locked tight. You studied every corner, then you vanished in the night. No warning and no reason and no word to explain. Just the outline of your absence and a cold familiar pain. Hey, knife in the dark, I never heard it coming. Knife in the dark, the silence was your running. Everything you promised was a blueprint for the wound. Knife in the dark, you knew and I assumed. I don't carry anger now, I carry something colder. The kind of understanding that you only get with older. Every person taught me something, you taught me the most. How to read the room for nights before you let somebody close. Second verse and the bass is the only loyal thing. It don't pretend, it don't deceive. It don't wear a ring, I put my trust in frequencies that never turn around. Knife in the dark, I found my solid ground. Knife in the dark, I see the blade now. Knife in the dark, I found a new vow to protect the parts of me that still believe in real. Knife in the dark, you taught me how to feel. I kept the scar as a reminder, not a wound. A map of where I've been and everything I consume. Knife in the dark, it made me what I am. Sharper than the blade you use and steadier than I began.
I used to carry every expectation like a weight. Every opinion that was handed me, I wore it like a fate. Woke up one morning and the change just felt different. Like the things that used to hold me had become irrelevant. Took me years to understand it. I could just walk out from the version of myself built on everyone else's doubt. No permission and no notice, and no goodbye to give. No chains left, just an open space to live. No chains left, nothing holding me down. No chains left, I don't need your crown. Everything I thought I owed was a story I was told. No chains left, and I finally feel whole. I don't move fast now, free don't mean in a rush. Free means choosing every step without the fear, the crush of expectation, obligation, and the weight of their gaze. I move through my own life now in my own kind of way. Second verse and the bass is the only pull I feel. The gravity of something true, the gravity of real. Not a chain or an anchor to the sound. No chains left, the music keeps me beautifully bound. No chains left, open road ahead. No chains left, living for myself instead. All the keys I was given I have quietly outgrown. No chains left, and I walk this path alone. Not lonely, just free in the way that matters most. Free from the version of myself I was never supposed to host. No chains left, finally just me. No chains left, this is what it means to be unshackled from the narrative they wrote before I spoke. Free to be the person that I was before I broke. No chains left, hear it in the low. No chains left, watch me let it go. Yeah, I don't think about the money or the things I own. I think about the footprints that I'm leaving in the stone. Every word I ever said to someone in the dark. Every time I showed up when they needed just a spark. What's the use of building kingdoms no one wants to enter? What's the use of all the warmth if you can't feel the center? I've been asking myself lately, what survives a fall? What I leave behind, that's the only thing that's all. What I leave behind, more than just a name. What I leave behind, outlast the fame. The way I made somebody feel on their lowest night. What I leave behind is what I got right. I don't need a monument of marble with my face. I need to know the space I feel was worth the space. That the people I encountered felt a little more seen. What I leave behind is everything between. Second verse and the bass is the weight of time. Every second passing like a word inside a rhyme. I've been spending mine more carefully than I spent before. What I leave behind is what I'm living for. What I leave behind, not the highlight reel. What I leave behind is something that is real. The conversation nobody else was there to hear. What I leave behind is worth more than a career. So I move through every room now with intention in my chest, knowing that the legacy is built inside the rest. The quiet moments nobody photographs or saves. What I leave behind echoes past the grave. What I leave behind, hear it in the low. What I leave behind, the only thing I know. Worth building with the time I have inside the skin. What I leave behind is where I truly begin.
I got everything I asked for, and it weighs more than I thought. Every trophy on the shelf is something precious that I bought. Not with money, with the years and with the people that I lost. Way to go, nobody tells you what it costs. They show you all the shine, but never show you all the trade. Every brilliant thing I built left something dimmer in the shade. The friendships that I missed and all the moments I walked past. Way to go, nothing heavy ever lasts. Way to go, beautiful and crushing. Way to go, no point in rushing to a finish line that costs you more than you can pay. Way to go, I carry it today. I look at what I built and I feel proud to hollow both. Two feelings living side by side like summer lives with cold. The ones I left behind to get hit didn't sign for this. Way to go, built on what I missed. Second verse and the bass is the gold I can't put down. The sound itself is heavy like a city, like a crown. I wear it cause it's mine now, cause I paid the price in full. Weight of gold, feel the steady pull. Weight of gold, I do it all again. Weight of gold, through the loss and pain, but I'd hold the people tighter on the way up to the top. Weight of gold, I wish somebody told me not to stop. Looking back at everything I sacrificed along the road, I still believe the goal was worth the weight I had to hold. Weight of gold, hear it in the low. Weight of gold, now you finally know.
I've been searching for the edges of myself for a long time, running every border, trying to find a finish line. But the map keeps moving outward every time I think I'm done. Where I end, it's not a place beneath the sun. It's a feeling like the moment that you stop the fight. Not giving up, just understanding what is right. The difference between surrender and the choice to just be still. Where I am is somewhere past the need for will. Where I am, the noise finally quits. Where I am, everything just fits. Not the triumph that I imagined when I started out. Where I am is past the need to shout. I used to think the ending was a place I recognize, a destination with a view and something like a prize. But where I end is quieter than anything I planned. Where I end, I finally understand. Second verse and the bass fades like a tide going out, leaving just the outline of what everything's about. I don't hold on to the sound as it dissolves away. Where I end is where I learn to stay. Where I end, no more running now. Where I end, I found the why and how of everything I chased across a lifetime in the dark. Where I end was always from the start, so this is where the album closes and
Hear it in the low. Where I am is all I'll ever know, and that is enough.